On June the 7th, we find ourselves at Lake Coldwater in Comanche County, Kansas. This is a pretty lake. It's full now. It hadn't been full according to some of the locals. These guys right in front of us in the trucks had set up camp last night in the tent area, and then a big storm came through. Our weather radio went off for tornado watch and then severe thunderstorm warning. But the heaviest of the stuff split and bypassed us. But we still got lightning and thunder and rain. A little wind, but not too bad. So it's kind of windy today, a little bit cooler. We're gonna go for a drive. Marie really likes it here. I do too. Our first stop of the day finds us in Protection, Kansas, still in Comanche County. This is the First Baptist Church. I don't know how old it is, but it looks old. Recall now that my stepbrother Charlie used to be a deputy. His first law enforcement job was as a deputy sheriff for Comanche County. Sheriff Timmons hired him about 10 or 12 years ago, and he's been a law enforcement officer ever since. First in Comanche County, then in Dodge City, Kansas, and now in Roland Park, Kansas. So here's downtown Protection, and we'll drive through a little bit and have a look. Our next stop finds us in Sitka, Kansas, in Clark County. This used to be a restaurant. When I first came here 10 or 12 or 14 years ago, I drove out in the Cadillac, and Charlie and I met here and ate. And it was good, but the owner, it was just him and his family, and you know, when you run a business like this, you never have a day off, you can never go on vacation, so he got tired and just tried to sell it and closed up shop, and it's been vacant ever since. This used to be a real town here in Sitka. I've seen the plat map of it, but now it's just kind of empty. It's a beautiful day in the Midwest. On June the 7th, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not sure if it's 1 or 2. What time is it, sweetheart?
It's 1:39.
Oh, this clock on this sure doesn't keep good time. I'm gonna have to fix that right now. Our next stop finds us at the Big Well in Greensburg, Kansas. Now, we've seen this when we drove to Missouri and Kansas over Thanksgiving a year and a half ago. And I've lost that memory chip. So we're not going to take the tour because it's $8. And we're not going to buy postcards because they're 60 cents a piece. But we are going to show you how town is rebuilding itself after the giant tornado came and literally wiped the town off the face of the earth. Every building in town except for the grain elevator and the courthouse was totally destroyed by one of the strongest tornadoes ever seen out here. So the town is slowly rebuilding itself and rebuilding itself green. So we're gonna drive through town a little bit. We're just out for a little day drive. We're enjoying ourselves, and I wanted some pens that say Big Well on them. So here we go, and we'll see what's next. And while we're in Greensburg, Kansas, we'll take a picture of the County Courthouse. I don't know when it was built. I don't know how much damage it took in the tornado, but it did survive, and here's your building. Everything else, here's a little bit of a view for some of the new buildings. There's a lot of banks in this town. I didn't realize there was so much money floating around. But this a building on the left, not the short tan one, but the reddish one in the back, is a movie theater. And that's US 54 in the foreground. And here you have it. Our first stop of the day on June 9th finds us in front of the Comanche County Courthouse. I've been inside this building. There's a jail inside here. I didn't get put in jail, but Charlie had the keys to the jail when he was a deputy here for Comanche County. The people here are really nice. I didn't feel well yesterday, but I'm feeling better than today. There's my dog. Hello, Pumpkin. This is a nice little house right here. Look how well kept the lawn is. Here's your 270. We'll see what's next. Back when I came here the first time and met Charlie, this was the breakfast place, but it's closed. I think the only business open is the bank and the oil place, which is in that tan looking front building with the white pickup in front. They have a door open today. We're in Wilmore. I thought I'd take pictures after I didn't take them the other day when we drove through here. You know, every town has to have its grain elevator. There used to be a railroad through here, but it stopped being used and the tracks got torn up. There's a house here I can't find. It's a Sears and Roebuck house. It's the type of house that you used to buy and they'd ship it out to you and you'd build it yourself or with help. If you had common carpentry skills of the time of 100 years ago, 110 years ago, when everybody who lived rurally had carpenter skills. And the bank is in this brick building here to the right, now in the center of the screen. I'm not even sure that there's a post office in town anymore. So here it is, Wilmore, Comanche County, June the 9th, 1 o'clock, Monday. We're leaving town tomorrow. We'll see what's next. Our next stop finds us at the end of Kansas 1 and Oklahoma 34 on the border of Woods County and Comanche County. We're out for a little drive. The ambulance just drove past us, going pretty fast too. I've taken pictures at this very spot a long time ago with Charlie when we were on patrol. Got a little blue sky finally. It was supposed to rain ass today, but looks like we're just gonna get temps in the 60s and no rain, at least not yet. We had some lightning and stuff last night, though. Lightning and thunder and rain. But no a tornado warning.
Not this time.
Not this time, anyway. So here's your 360. We're gonna drive into Oklahoma. We'll drive back into Kansas, and we'll see what's next. On a rainy part of our day, we find ourselves in Ashland, Kansas. Coming back into Kansas from Oklahoma. We're in Clark County, and this is the Clark County Courthouse. It looks kind of newer than a lot of these other courthouses that we see. And they have a mural of a map of the county. So here you have it, which is way cool. Downtown's kind of spread out. I'm standing under a tree. So we'll see if we can't get downtown and take a picture or two. Maybe we'll just go straight to Dave's Pizza Oven and Cold Water and eat. You never know.